My husband had a side chick befriend me. Part 1. After I got married to my, now, ex-husband, we moved to his hometown after he separated from the military. We both served and are both veterans. It took me a while to even find friends outside of his family. When our second oldest child entered pre-K, I made my very first friend and we're still very good friends to this day. 10 years later, our oldest child was taking self-defense class and that's where I met the side chick for the first time. Her child was also taking the same class. Her husband was taking the adult classes. I'm pretty much an introvert, so I tend to keep to myself, and I haven't made any other friends within those 10 years. We became friends real quick, and I was so excited that I told my ex-husband. He expressed how happy he was for me, but now that I think about it, he was happy for himself. Fast forward another 2 years when quarantine was going into effect. Her husband's health started to decline, and he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Follow for part 2. My husband had a side chick befriend me. Part 2. We were there for them because we were treating each other like family at this point. Her husband passed away while I was away with my kids. My ex was acting a certain type of way that made me suspicious. When we all got back home, things gradually went south. They kept looking close. He was making her laugh all the time. When I'd show up to her house unannounced, to my surprise, he'd be there for haircuts or helping her out. One time she changed her very revealing top to a more modest t-shirt that covered up the girls. I became more suspicious when he would get upset when other guys would talk to her. They were always chatting and talking over me while I was in the middle, and it made me feel so uncomfortable. I finally started laying down some boundaries. I told him that he needed to stop talking to her, and I told him to not even call or text my friend unless he needed to contact me. He got upset and said that she was his friend too, and that he wasn't going to stop being friends with her. He also said that I was just being jealous. Follow for part 3. My husband had a side chick befriend me. Part 3. He said that I didn't trust him, and that if I didn't trust him, I didn't love him. I'll go ahead and skip to our 16-year marriage coming to an end because I was jealous and unstable. That's what he told everyone. His family called BS, and he said that I turned his whole family against him when I hadn't even told them my side of the story at that point. Only a few of my closest family members on my side knew what was going on. His family who did reach out to me though, know my side and are on my side. They all knew what kind of guy he was before he met me and were surprised that we were even married because they said that he was an AH. After him telling everyone that nothing was going on, after our divorce was finalized, it didn't take long for them to announce their relationship. Soon he would move into the home her late husband had bought her. What's even more twisted is he recently purchased that house so that he can be the primary owner. He had this chick befriend me so that our kids could be friends. Follow for part 4. My husband had a side chick befriend me. Part 4. Or maybe she befriended me to see what I was all about. I will never truly know, but I'm okay. I've had time to heal, and I just recently started dating again. My heart was ripped out, stomped on, I was stabbed in the back, and the rose-colored glasses were ripped off my face, but I couldn't be more grateful. I can't say that I am living my best life, but I am living a better life. Edit, I apologize for the confusion. When my ex told me that he wouldn't stop being her friend, that's when I first wondered if she was even my friend. I did ask her once if he was being inappropriate towards her, or made her feel uncomfortable. She got super defensive and asked me, why does this always happen? Why does everyone think that she's trying to steal their man? I was confused and asked her what does she mean because I asked about him. She changed gears and said that he didn't make her uncomfortable and that he is a total gentleman and she saw him as a brother. I was told that she was never my friend by others and that a real friend wouldn't entertain someone else's husband like she had been. Many red flags were there, I was just too naive. Follow for part 5. My husband had a side chick befriend me. Part 5. Also, I know that this sounds unbelievable. I was in therapy because I couldn't make this stuff up. It seems that the pandemic was a catalyst for many with similar stories to mine. Thank you for your positive words, I sincerely appreciate it. Edit 2, to be clear, they didn't suddenly get close after her husband passed, their actions just became more noticeable. She used to call me up and if my ex was next to me, he'd hijack my phone and have a whole conversation with her. They were texting each other without my knowledge before her husband passed. I only found out by chance. Follow for more.